This is really freaking hard. Really hard. Sitting in my car in a parking lot, trying to talk to a camera. This is really hard. Really freaking hard. I am not comfortable doing this, but I'm going to keep showing up because I'm going to commit to this and show up to try and figure this out. And it's definitely harder than it looks. When you look at YouTube and see so many people posting and it looks beautiful, this is really freaking hard. Just saying. So, let's go into my stats. Stats from yesterday. Oh, well, we'll start with my weight from today. My weight was 126.8 pounds. My grams yesterday were fruit and vegetables grams by weight. I ate 1,038 grams of fruits and vegetables yesterday. My protein was 109 grams. My calories were around 1550. Steps 5,000 only because I forgot to put my watch on when I went to coach. I had put it on to charge, forgot it, went to coach. My sleep 5.5 hours. My water dismal again. Well, I won't say dismal. It was my minimal. 60-ish ounces, 60 to 70 ounces, I think about 2 liters. So I need to up that definitely. Workouts was a rest day. I didn't do any workouts. Outside of that, I think that's it for my stats. Just a little quick update. I think I said that. I'm going to add that in my intro. So you should have already heard what I am if you listened. Okay. So, what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to talk a little bit about my training history so we kind of understand how I got from being a athlete, somebody as identifies as an athlete, to a 52-year-old athlete. There was definitely some inconsistency in those years. So, between being a kid athlete and a 52-year-old postmenopausal athlete. As a kid, I played sports growing up. Elementary school, soccer. Middle school, high school, definitely soccer was my jam. I did not play soccer in college. That is one of my regrets. I really wish I would have pursued it. I kind of did a little bit, but it was just I was just more interested in socializing in college than I was in playing sports at that time. So I didn't really do anything athletic through my college years. Came out of college, went back to rec league soccer, and then had my son at 27. I think right before I had my son, I had started gaining weight, which I noticed and was really starting to think I want to try it. I started lightly trying to outtrain my diet. That was the mindset I had at the time. I got to outtrain this diet because I really want to be able to eat all the ice cream every multiple days per week and the amounts that I liked. So I just needed to train harder. Had my kid, got sidetracked for a little bit from fitness, and then kind of got back into it with running and deciding to do a triathlon in my early 30s. So my son was young, and I wasn't going to do just any triathlon. I was going to do an Ironman triathlon. So I figured I got to do the disciplines, the 3 disciplines of the sport, to figure out whether or not this is going to be a good idea. It was definitely a bad idea. I don't like swimming. It scares me. Not so much that I'm a bad swimmer, just being in the water freaks me out. I don't want to be eaten by anything in the water, and I completely always imagine and freak out. So I did do a couple triathlons, a handful of triathlons for a couple of years in my local area. Great experience, but definitely a lot of stress being undertrained, even a short distance. It was not fun. I did do a marathon around that time, figuring, that was part of the plan. And my claim to fame is that I did the marathon slower than Oprah. I think it was about 5 hours and 45 minutes of grueling torture. I did not train properly. I remember doing my longest run on a treadmill in my basement because, like I said, I was a single mom and I had to get these long training hours in, and it was not fun. Biking, I would do the Make-A-Wish ride here in Michigan. It's a 3-day community or fundraising ride, and I really enjoyed the fundraising part of it, but did not enjoy the bike ride so much. It's kind of scary being in rural Michigan. Can't say that word. And having semis come past you and you're trying to ride your bike. And I was, again, not properly trained because I didn't have a ton of time to put the hours and intention into it. So I finally decided this isn't for me. Decided I wanted to be a tone it up girl. I was all about tone it up. They had the physiques. Katrina and Karena had the physique that I desired, so I figured I got to do that body style workout. I tried apple cider vinegar, was doing all the things they said, and I just had to be a part of their community. But it was out of my budget at the time, being a single mom and a new nurse. So I was like, I got to figure this out. And they had a contest where you could do a shake dance, which I have to find. And if I find it, I'm going to thumbnail it. I'm going to come back and thumbnail it in this video because I think I know it. It's that. No, I don't even know if thumbnail is the right word for it, but I'm going to put it in the video here or here. And I'm actually going to post and link to it. I've been looking for it. I got to find it. It's on YouTube. It was on YouTube. I remember submitting it through YouTube. It was pretty freaking epic. It's going to embarrass the mess out of my son. But anyway, so I did this tone it up dance, shake dance, and won their contest and got access to their content. So I will always be forever thankful for being a tone it up girl. And I just didn't jive with the workouts. That was not my thing. And eating apple cider vinegar, definitely not my thing. Not then, not now. Apple cider vinegar with like Tabasco sauce or I don't know, some chili pepper. I don't know, burn extra calories in the morning. So anyways, after my tone it up stint, I hired a personal trainer, worked one-on-one with a personal trainer. Again, too expensive at the time. And then I went into some small group training with a couple other girls doing CrossFit inspired workouts, which reminds me of I actually did try to do CrossFit before in like 2005 or 6. I was trying to do CrossFit at home. Somebody suggested I do it, and it's one of my biggest regrets. So there's 2 regrets in this video, and they're probably on the top 5 or 10 of the regrets of my life. These are the ones that like I'll share, the 2 that I would share with people regret wise. And I tried to do it a day and was like, okay, this is weird, but it doesn't seem like it's enough. And then the second day was clean and jerks, and I'm really sad because now that I just was thinking about that today, and I'm like, because those one of my favorite lifts now. So I could have been a CrossFit star if I would have started back then, but alas, I did not. I found it in 11ish doing small group training with a couple other ladies, and fell in love. And then subsequently decided to join my box, New Species CrossFit, that I work at currently as a coach, which I never dreamed I would coach there the day that I walked in. So it literally changed my DNA. So definitely drank the freaking Kool-Aid, and that was the start of how I became consistent at fitnessing in my early 40s. So with that, I'm going to end today's vlog or whatever we call this, and I am going to post this one, even if I'm off center, but I got a mic. Hope it sounds better. And I tried this sitting in my car thing, which is definitely weird, and it's really hard to look at the camera, but I'm going to keep practicing because actually the first take compared to this, it was a little easier to look in the camera and talk to you guys. So yeah, it's really hard, but I'm going to try and stick with it. And with that, be sure to like and subscribe for tips, workouts, nutrition strategies, and midlife fitness motivation.